Hi, my name is Nadiana. Today I want to present about entrepreneurship idea. The subject is Olericulture, that is GTN 3301. Now I will continue with introduction. For this project, I choose lettuce as a product. Lettuce is an annual plant of the daisy family that is asteroides. It is most often grown as a leaf vegetable, but sometimes for its stem and seeds. Lettuce is most often used for salads, although it is also seen in other kinds of food, such as soup, sandwich, where it also be grilled. For successful cultivation, lettuce require water, especially in warmer weather. During unseasonable weather, protection is furnished and grow stimulate with greenhouse, frame, clothes, or polythene cover. In many parts of the world, the coarse leaf and butterhead is a type of the most popular. Though some varieties are difficult to shape and are commonly grown on truck farm or market garden relatively close to market. Okay, now I will continue with background. Okay, our sustainable farm are kind to farmer and the environment. We build the indoor protection and the shelter to keep pests and bacteria at bay. So our vegetables are probably pesticide free. For the space, we use table height farming by staking our tree to table height. We yield up to 10 times more produce in the same land footprint. It is also easier on the farmer and their back. Temperature control by using rainwater is collected and channeled through the wall in our farm to maintain temperature ideal for plant growth. We use auto watering system for every plant to get a pre-measured amount of water to grow up big and strong without wastage. Then, light and humidity regulation, we will install the sensor and automated roof panel regulate light and humidity in the farm. For the planting material, we use seeds, hydroponic wool, and tray. Plant bushes, nutrient vegetable grow with zero pesticide, chemical, and additive. Seed will carefully selected with non-GMO high quality seed. Then hydroponic benefit is holding zero waste farming. Each rock wool will absorb nutrient for the plant. Last but not least, seedling tray is a reusable and designed to channel water from the auto watering system. This is the example of the picture that how we plant the vegetable. Now I will move to the objective. That is have 4 objectives. The first one is just as nature give, we give back. That is our precision farming method minimize land degradation, wastage, and carbon emission. The second one is see right through us. We practice transparent and traceable farming because it's important to use that you know where your foods come from. The third one is what is you cultivate, you eat. We provide fair land compensation and job to the marginalized community who live nearby our farm. The last one is good food, good mood. To make it safe, nutritious and delicious, food affordable and accessible to eat. Okay, this is our organization chart. The first one is manager, that is Noliana, and for the finance office is Siti Bakis, and then administrative officer for the marketing is Nadia, and also under Nadia we have driver to export the product, the vegetable, that is Said. Then we move to operating officer, that is Muhammad Ashraf, and under him we have 5 workers that will handle at the farm. Okay, now I will show type of big lettuce vegetable that I choose for my product. That have 2 kind of different lettuce because some lettuce have 2 different color, that is red and green, and the second one is only have green color. Okay, the type of lettuce that has 2 color is freeze, olive, Batravi, coral, romaine, and butterhead. And the 2 type that only have green color is envious and mean cost. Okay, now I will continue with land usage. Okay, we have our own land and live in an urban or a rural environment. Then we are be able to land and grow food in all the different ways explained in the selection land. That is why I be the guardian, protector, generator, and preserver of the land. This concept of looking after the environment and the land, healthy vegetable or food, also include leaving a legacy. A legacy of generated soil, improved environment, cleaner waterway, lakes, the ocean and the air, and leaving a legacy to re-enliveness soil life, fertility and natural process. For the space, we use table height farming by staking our tree to table height. We yield up to 10 times more produce in the same land footprint. It's also easier for farmer. Okay, now I will tell about type of product that we have two type. The first one is lactate mix. Okay, this is a random mixture of egg lactate head. Lactate variety that we can mix is butterhead, romaine, mini course, freeze, olive, coral, and vine and batavia. Preparation: salad, sandwich, burger, stir fry, and more. And the nutrition rich in vitamin A, C, K, calcium, magnesium, and more. Okay, for the price, we choose is 49 ringgit. For the second product of my vegetable is mini mix. It is a random mixture of 4 lactose head. Lactose variety, butterhead, romaine, mini course, frizzy, olive, coral, and endive, and batavia. It will be prepared with salad, sandwich, burger, and stir fry, and more. Nutrition rich in vitamin C, A, K, calcium, magnesium, and more. For the price is RM23 ringgit. Okay, now I will talk about profit vegetable production. Okay, for my product, I have two type, that is mixed lactose vegetable for 49 ringgit and mini mix that is 23 ringgit. Okay, for each vegetable is 5 ringgit 75 cents. Okay, amount for production, we produce 10,000 vegetables. Then total sale is 70,500 ringgit. Okay, now we will show the income for 5 years. Okay, from what we got per year is 55,500. Then we will times to 5 years. That is 1,042 and 680 ringgit. Okay, now for the country that I choose to export is India, because for the first one is ignorance on nutritive value of vegetable. Majority of community is quite unaware about the nutritive value of different vegetable crops. Hence, in spite of available facilities for cultivation, they are not giving much attention to vegetable gardening. In our country, most of the population residue is village are not educated to do not realize the importance of vegetable crop, which are an important source of vitamin and mineral. Okay, the second point is vegetable are highly perishable. Okay, first, vegetables are like living organisms and as such undergo normal life process even after harvest. They expire, loss of water occur through respiration and undergo chemical change if not sold immediately after harvest. Then, deterioration of vegetable is also influenced considerably by temperature, atmospheric humidity, and other factors. The losses in leafy vegetable and fruit vegetable are much more than in roof and tuber vegetable crop. Thus, a considerable quality of vegetable produced in Indian country is wasted every year. Then for the next point is non-availability of sufficient quality seeds in time. Okay, in India, they don't have a proper arrangement for supply good vegetable seed for both early and late crop. The vegetable seed industry is largely in the hand of private agencies, and few of them have adequate facilities for scientific production. As a result, the seed available in the market are often is doubtful origin and usually give indifferent performance. National Seed Corporation New Delhi started apply to improve the hybrid seed of many vegetable directly and through in its branch to cultivator and vegetable grower. However, still there is a great scope for involving and standardizing new varieties on the best quality of vegetable in India. Okay, next point is literacy and lack of technical knowledge of scientific cultivation. That is, authentic literature on the vegetable cultivation is still not available to the farmer. Literature is very essential for selection of suitable variety for different region for different purpose. Economic method of cultivation, including those of nutrient, method of controlling insect, pests and disease, and the way to get maximum return from the crop of the crop. At the present in card, New Delhi. Okay, next, lack of transportation facility. Timely and speedy delivery of vegetable with minimum damage and deterioration and routes at the lower cost are important aspect of transportation. Most of the Indian village through the proper facility for growing vegetable, yet organized cultivation not take place due to lack of proper transportation facilities. Okay, I will continue with problem of insects, pests, disease and weeds. Due to the tenderness of vegetable, the insect pest, disease and weed attack is more in vegetable crop than cereal, food crop and forestry. Okay, then lack of research, technical guidance and sufficient capital. Before 1670, there was no coordinated scheme in the country, but at present, all Indian coordinated improved project on potato, vegetable but two crop are running at country level and conducting research work on important vegetable crop. Generally, vegetable grower in the country have no well development as yet and cannot afford heavy expenditure in vegetable growing. Due to lack capital, they are not using better chemical fertilizer and labor saving equipment. Due to this fact, they are not getting better yield and quality. Okay, the last one is lack of irrigation facilities. Okay, in there, light and frequent irrigation are very essential for vegetable growing. During summer, it is not possible to grow vegetable if irrigation facilities are not available. Perennial and large season vegetables are grown in better irrigation facilities are available. Okay, for the next slide is vegetable criteria for the country. The criteria that we want to export for the Indian country is because for the nutrition. Our vegetable are high nutrition value of vegetable. That's why we want to export in India country. Then shelf life is more longer. What we know, I have present earlier that I have been told that they are more their vegetable are more perishable. So our vegetable with shelf life longer. That's why we want to export in there. Then the last one is produce vegetable from good seed from their problem. So we want to solve some of their problems. So we produce the vegetable from good seed that we can export there for their for fresh vegetable. Okay, next I will talk about domestic target. Okay, the first one, we need to set the clear goal. Okay, the first step of decide on what we want to achieve in exporting project and some basic that how will we do and detail to spell out include is business goal for the expansion. The next one is targeted level of sale, then specific product or service that I will export, then the target market that I will want, and major action item and a timeline for achieving. And the last one is budget and other available resource. Okay, the next point is start with brand awareness campaign. We will through the tempting to cut this as it's hard to directly achieve and ROI figure, and now is not the time to go dark with brand visibility campaign. So our brand needs to be more visible than ever to gain a large market share. These are also more cost effective to run and an essential part of the upper marketing funnel. Okay, the next point is add value in a time or price sensitivity. Focus on sensitivity marketing instead of race to a button by dropping sales. Adding additional value to reassurers, early check-in or late checkout will benefit the overall book revenue future. Next, I will talk about research market. Now it's time to do a first round of research on the target market. Information to collect include size of the market, consumer trend need and perception of product, domestic and international competition, our unique value proposition in the market, regulatory certification trade and other barriers and opportunities. Next is attend threshold. It is displaying product in threshold can be essential. Target buyers are required to attend this event, especially the biggest one. There are even some that are specifically intended to link buyer with manufacturer. And while this can cost more, there are a chance for our payoff. The next one is invest in market and publicity. Publicity is not just a sake of the consumer, it also makes our interesting to potential retail buyer. This includes getting into industry publication. Reading this publication is part of a buyer job. A well-written article about our product and may catch a buyer eye. Then maintain a web presence. Buyer will spend time booking online for product. If our rank high in Google and other search results have good blog review and have an attractive website, there is a higher possibility that target buyer will be interested in our product. Then partnership with a manufacturer. Partnering with a sale from a qualified manufacturer representative firm is one of the most crucial way to getting sold in target. We are not just selling, we want all the other services well as on our website from like 360 sale work constantly with target, which means our endorsement of product can be enough to close on the. Then we continue with choose our mode of entry. We need to rethink how about our product or service to market. Do we sell directly to the end user or do we work with intermediaries such as wholesalers or distributors? And even we sell directly to target clients, we do require the assistance of an in-country sales agent to open the door and facilitate sales. We consider choosing from the combining a number of options, using of service of an in-country contributor or agent, acquiring an existing local business, partnering with a local business. This can take various forms such as franchising, licensing, joint venture, co-production and cross-manufacturing. Opening a physical presence, this can be anything from buying or renting an office to hiring a local representative, selling through online marketplace, offering direct sales through our e-commerce site, selling indirectly to target market through another company that export our product to user, then to user as component. For unique selling proposition, there is difference between our company with other company. The first, for our company, we focus on quality and health. Okay, for what our company provide have three type. That is for customer, for farmer and for environment. Okay, for the customer, we selling with fresh one, with no harmful pesticide, chemical and additive. Okay, for the farmer, no contact with cancer causing pesticide and no backbreaking for a label. Okay, and for the environment, they have no zero waste and sustainable agriculture. Okay, for the other company, they have quite different from us because they are more focused on vegetables such as fast grow, nice leaf, and the size. They want vegetable look very nice, so they will sell with the good price. Okay, for what the other company provide for the customer is they use pesticide that is no good for health because why they use pesticide? They want the leaf look nice, that can attract more customer that want to buy with the good looking of the vegetable. Then farmer, okay, farmer they need to work extra because they need to use pesticide every week, maybe twice or 3 times to make the product or vegetable more more grow fast, or they want to more attract the customer because of the appearance. Okay, the last one is environment. They have dumping waste because our product we use a hydroponic pot. Different to other selling, they may use a plastic, so they need to change their usage, different to us that we use a hydropot. For the conclusion is, my whole drift, the skill of growing food for myself, family and local community is an essential survival skill. It is part of the localizing movement, industrial food production, industrial processing and industrial distribution is a doom in not so long run. It's not only destructive for our precious soils, humus and virtual soil life, but it is completely inefficient and unsustainable. The word unsustainable means it cannot and will not last by its very nature. There are several essential life skills, and this is one of the big ones. 54% of the world's population is now urban, 3.99 billion, who inevitably have a lack of knowledge about growing foods, even where there are fresh meat, grain and vegetable available in city. The population is cut off from its growing and processing. For some, healthy food are not really healthy due to pesticide or other chemical during producing the food. Finally, it own some land and live in an urban or rural environment and are able to work land and grow foods in all the different ways explained in the section. Lands. That is why I be the garden protector, generator and preserver of the lands. This concept of looking after the environment and the land, healthy vegetable or food also included leaving a legacy regenerated soils, improved environment, cleaner waterway, lake, the ocean and the air, and leaving a legacy of enliveness, soil life, fertility and natural process. That's all for me. Thank you.